welcome. Thank you for joining me again. It's Nutty Nail Co collab time, and it's abstract today. That's the topic, and that's chosen by Tracy Baddeley. She's on Instagram and she does so many sets of nails, fabulous things they are. So check her out on Instagram, and lots of the other ladies are on there as well. And there's also going to be some YouTube ones. So I'll put you the link for the YouTube in here, and then if you go over to Nutty Nail Co, you'll see the links to all the other ladies on Instagram. I did show you in the latest sort of haul video that I bought this set of inks, and these are from Amazon. So I'll show you what I got, and I'm going to use some or all, I don't know, some of these. I've put a little swatch on the top so you could see what colours you get. So I'll zoom in a bit. So you get all these colours in it, and you also get a clear, which is like an activator to make it spread and everything. But you can use a alcohol acetone blend, but obviously it's done right if you're in that bottle, so that's what you get. And this is a set of 12, and when they come, ignore the instructions on the box, because this is obviously a standard box that you get for normal gels. Ignore that completely and have a look inside. And I've lost it with you. Inside is a gel polish manual, and that's got blooming effect on it for the inks and stuff, and other gels as well. So look for that. If not, see what we're doing on all these videos and you'll see. So I've got to do abstract, so like I said, I don't know what else I'm doing. But the other thing I'm doing as a base, I'll stop waffling in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Madam Glam today. So these inks I think always look fab on white, so I'm going to do the perfect white. So I'm also going to try and do an extra long set, XXXL set. I got these a while ago. I've not used them yet. Look at the length of them. No. So let's see how I get on, because I've not done anything this long before. I know I'm not building them. I've only got to paint on them, but still. Right, so I'm probably going to voice over and just get cracking, because I know they're going to take me a while to do. Right, so there's about an hour and a half of footage, so I've had to cut it down, so I've just done this as twice speed. And what I'm doing here is I found some water decals out of some large butterflies, and I just want these as a guide. You won't see them. It's just as a guide for me painting them, because I'm not that red hot when it comes to painting shapes. So I've put both sides of the butterflies, and these are going to be on the ring finger and the middle finger. And now I'm coming in with this perfect white to paint on top of that butterfly. What I probably should have done is use the painting gel. I don't know why I didn't. Crazy. Because I've got the white painting gel and I should have used that. So I ended up putting this white on and putting 2 coats on. And the one on the right hand side was in slightly the wrong position. It was a bit too far in. So I paint on the outside of the butterfly just to get it so that they're even. Keep putting them both together and making sure I'm happy with the shape. So there's 2 coats of white going on here. So now what I'm doing is I'm going in with a matte top coat. So that I can put some inks onto that. You could try just wiping off that sticky surface with some alcohol, that might do it as well. And then I'm holding them both together so I can get them roughly even-ish. It's a bit random how this stuff reacts, so it'd be difficult to get them exactly the same, but so long as the colourways are working roughly the same, that's all I'm happy with. Right, can you see I've got the, well, it's actually a lid of a pot, so something ceramic, glass, something like that. you can put some dots of this ink onto that. The alcohol will evaporate away and it'll leave you with just the pigment on your tray. So you'll see it's gone really, really dry after a bit. Now, the reason I do that is that when I had a bit of a practice with this, I realised that once the alcohol's evaporated away, if I want to just put a little bit of colour somewhere else, but I don't want to open my bottle again, use the dropper from the bottle or the brush, I can be more accurate in where I want to put little bits. So then what you do is, can you see to the right of the screen I've got that little sort of pointy brush? I can dip that in the alcohol. Oh, I'm doing it now, I think. No, I'm not. You can dip that in the alcohol, and before you put it onto the painted surface, you can just pick up a bit of that pigment off your ceramic tray. So you keep keep cleaning your brush off on a little bit of a lint-free wipe as well. And just play, really. Just have a play until you're happy with it. Now, if you make a huge mega mistake, you can try and wipe it off with some of the clear or some alcohol on a wipe, but whether you'd get it back to absolute white or not, I'm not sure. It might just smudgy it, but at least you could put colours on the top then. Oh, I'm doing it now, look, I'm just picking up a bit of blue. There we go. So I can put it just up at the top without it running down. And that's so it's easier to get both sides more or less the same. See? Just faffing. Enjoy your faffing. I've right enjoyed doing this set, to be honest, but there was so much footage I've had to cut it down to just a little bit. So I'll show you me doing all these techniques on these butterflies, and then I'll do the rest of the nails in to match, but you've seen the technique, so you just put it where you want it. So this is using the clear from the bottle now and just doing little dots. That's it. I'm holding it up because I want that to run down. And then I think I use my little brush just to get the shape I want. No, I don't. I use that one. That's it. Clean off your brush before you put it back in your clear bottle because it'll get extremely murky. There. So that's sort of evened up the pattern a little bit, so that's what I was doing. End result. And now I've got this fabulous gold gel paint. It's absolutely rammed with glitter from Madam Glam. I love it. It's my favourite gold paint. And I'm just going to do the outline. Nice long, really thin brush. I say long, probably about 1 centimetre long. Now I'm a day late editing this. One of the dangers of being at home all the time is that I even lose track of days, and we used to upload on a Thursday and it's changed to Wednesday. And I know this, Joe's told us so many times, I know this, but I had it in my head that I were on the Tuesday and it wasn't, it was Wednesday. So I went to have a look on Instagram and I looked up at the top of my computer and saw it was Wednesday and I thought, oh bloody hellfire. Anyway, I think they did change it because there were a few of us that were late and circumstances and whatever, but yeah, still uploading this, but you will get it on Thursday. and I've been a bit busy. I don't know if any of you know, I don't just do nails. I'm not retired fully. I have a business which is part-time basically, but I sell vintage and some modern, but mostly vintage collectibles and jewellery and bits and bobs, whatever I can get hold of really. And I've got an eBay shop. So yeah, I actually had an eBay channel as well. Well, it's still there, but I've been a bit, I don't know. I got the lockdown blues and went into a bit of a decline with my mental health. So I went a bit insular. We got used to not seeing anybody, didn't we? So I don't know if anybody else suffered with that, but I ended up doing less and less eBay, and I really need to do it because it's the only way I can make any money. The government in the UK was very nice and said that instead of retiring at 60, I now have to retire at 66. It went to 65, now to 66. And to be honest, if I'd have been born 4 months earlier, I'd have been going to 67. So, and I'm 63 now, so yeah, could have been on pension for 3 years, but no. So I've got to keep up my eBay business. So if anybody's interested in any vintage stuff, let me know. I'll put a link in the description box. But I'm only telling you really so that you know that I'm not just doing nails. I'd love to be, but I'm not. Right, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to make some butterflies. Now, in my old, I used to do wedding cakes and sell cake decorations on eBay, and I used to make them all myself. And within that, I had a little craft cutter, and I used to make little sugar butterflies. So out of all the things that I sold off, I kept this one because I thought, oh, it might be handy on my nails. And this is my first time using it, so I'm just going to make some little butterflies to stick on the other nails, because to try and paint them tiny on the other nails, it would have just spread all over. So I've put coats of Perfect White, then I've put a coat of matte coat, then I've played about with the inks and done whatever I want to do with it. There's one cut out of it already because I tried to do it cutting it through the paper and realised it all curls up and just falls off the paper, because this is the backing foam for a nail tip. So then I decided to top coat it so I can peel it off and then cut my little butterflies out like that. So I'm making my own little stickers basically. And then I just glued them on where I wanted them. So that's it. So these are just little craft cutters. You can get all sorts of different shapes. You can get flowers, butterflies, all sorts. So I used to do flower paste to make it really, really thin, cut them out, dry them, and then I could stick them on cakes and stuff. That's it. So if you look from underneath, you make sure you've got it in the right place. And that's what we've got. DIY multicoloured butterflies. So I just stick those on a couple of the nails on the thumb and the other finger. So like I say, I'm just going in with this dotting, and I've stuck that butterfly on. I've done the pattern where I want it to be and outlined it just to draw all this set together. So thank you, Joe, for running this collab as usual, and to Lee for doing the thumbnail. And I hope you've all enjoyed it. Please don't forget to click the like on your way out. And if you've not already subscribed, consider it. Click the bell and you'll know when I upload. Look after each other. Love you loads. Bye.